guys, I'm Sarah Shireman, and today I'm going to teach you the 3-beat weave. So we're going to get rid of one hoop. We're going to try the 3-beat weave, learning one hoop at a time, and then once you get comfortable with that, you're going to put them together. So this is just going to make it a little bit easier for your brain to figure out the actual 3-beat weave hand positions and the movement of it before you try to process doing both at the same time, trying to figure that out. That was too much for me. If you can figure it out 2 at a time, mad props to you, but I'm going to teach you 1 at a time. I learned how to do the 3-beat weave from a poi spinner. I've had a couple hoopers try to teach me the 3-beat weave and it has failed miserably, but somehow the poi spinner really made it click for me. So I'm going to teach you his method. So what we're going to do, I'm going to start with my right hand since I'm right hand dominant. I'm going to start with my hoop going forward. What we're going to do is you're going to let the movement of the hoop come into a normal weave. So we'll start with this just normal weave. Getting used to this, being loose with your wrist, bring it across the side of you, up and over, feel the weight of it, just move. And play around with speeds. It's interesting how slow you can really get a weave to go by just letting gravity kind of make it go up and fall back down. So kind of play with the speed there, get comfortable. And next, we're going to add the hand position change. So we're going to go from this loose hand position where I'm grabbing the hoop on the top, I'm just kind of letting it spin up and over, and we're going to add a little spin on your thumb. So when we come across body, and it's coming down, we're going to transfer it onto your thumb on that downward spin. And then from here, just get used to transferring it onto your thumb and letting it spin there for a little bit. When you're comfortable with that, we're going to then grab the hoop on its upward spin and go back into a weave. So we're weaving this downward spin onto your thumb, and then we're going to come up with upward spin back into your weave. So spin, back into weave, spin, back into weave. Let me slow down that spin for you. So when we're coming up and over, you're coming down, and as the hoop comes up, this is where you're going to transfer it onto your thumb. So your thumb's already underneath the hoop. All you need to do is to release your fingertips, and it's going to go right onto your thumb. Okay? From here, when it comes up, you're going to then grab it. So it's spinning on your thumb is doing up. You're going to grab it so your hand is palm up, and then you're going to go back into your weave. So that is the tricky hand transfer that we're going to do for your 3-beat weave. So practice it, getting it quicker and quicker. So if you're having a really hard time with this, sit up with it on your thumb for a little bit. Practice that little transfer as much as you need. As you get better, try to go quicker. So we're going to go 1 and onto your thumb, 1 onto your thumb. Just let it rotate once and grab it and go. Okay? And so this will be your 3-beat weave sequence here. Practice that on both hands, and then we're ready for the next step. So next step, we're gonna put your opposite arm out. So I'm right-handed, I'm gonna use my left hand as my dummy arm. So we're gonna pretend this has a hoop in it, but we're gonna leave it straight. And so this is to give you an idea of how you're gonna weave without hitting your other hoop and making it go all crazy. So we're gonna leave our left hand out. Right hand's gonna be spinning in that forward direction. We're gonna grab it, go into weave. So we're weaving over the top of our arm. Once you got this, we're going to add that hand transfer. So we'll go ahead onto the thumb, and we're still over the top of the arm. As it comes in its upward direction, instead of just bringing it straight across the body, you're going to bring it down, up, down. We're going to switch each time. So over the top and underneath, over the top, underneath. You're going to practice that. And then when we get that, we're going to go into this. So as you come in your upward swing, you're going to bring the hoop up over the arm and under. Up, over the arm, under.
Notice how when I bring the hoop across my body, I go over my left arm. Once I'm over the top of my left arm across my body, I will transfer the hoop onto my thumb. Once the hoop is on my thumb, I will swing it up and over my arm until it is underneath my left arm. From here, I'll grab the hoop and turn it back into my weave.
So we're just letting the hoop kind of ride on that thumb. We're kind of stalling it a little bit to give it the up, under, and then back into your weave. Up, under, back into the weave. Okay? So that is what our 3-beat weave is going to look like. So once you've practiced that on both hands, we're going to add a hoop. So you're going to hold your hoop in your hand and just hold it there. We're going to have our right hand is going. You're going to come over, sweep wide, and under. Over, sweep wide, and under. And you might move your arm a little bit like I'm doing here, so I'm kind of swaying with it. That's okay as long as you're still coming up and over with the other hoop. Green hoop's my right hand, blue hoop's my left. Okay? So practice that on both sides. That's going to be your weave. So on each side, you're going to have one hoop following and one hoop leading. The leading hoop is going to be on top, and you're going to do that thumb spin. So starting on top, thumb spin it to the bottom, back before you go into your other weave. And then you're going to turn in that weave. It's going to turn into the follow. And then you're going to do the thumb spin on the other side, which is the lead. And then your other hoop's going to follow. So right hand's with my green hoop, left hand's with my blue. I'm going to start with my 2-beat weave. And so my green hoop is always leading here. My blue hoop is always following. I'm going to exaggerate that follow for you. So we're going to come here, big follow, big follow. So see how my blue hoop is much bigger in the air, making it a little longer of a follow, which gives me a little more time with my lead hoop. So same idea for 3-beat. If you want to give your follow more time so that you have a longer time to figure out your little thumb spin, that's okay. So I'm going to start with my lead with my right, thumb spin, big follow with my blue hoop. Big follow, big follow. See how my follow hoop is changing each time?
My green hoop is the lead in my right hand as it crosses my body and does a thumb spin. It then is the follow as it follows my blue hoop across the right side of my body until it's back on my left side of the body doing another thumb spin. I'm always alternating my lead hoop between green hoop, thumb spin on the left, and blue hoop, thumb spin on the right.
Good way to start learning it. You give yourself a little more time. You still have a 3-beat weave, but it's not quite as quick. When you get comfortable with that, you're just going to bring your hands a lot closer together, and you can do a really quick 3-beat weave. So keeping the wrist nice and close. This is eventually what you want to get to. Well, I hope that helps some of you guys learn your 3-beat weave. If you need any extra help, go ahead and comment below. Tag me in your Instagram videos. Let me know how you're doing and if there's any other tutorials you would like to learn. But until then, happy hooping!